For opening remarks, Mr. Engle.
Dear Lord, as we begin this year, we seek your help with our affairs. Bless this meeting with your divine intelligence and help us to make the best use of our own. We are of diverse opinion here, yet we wish to mend our differences and reach agreement satisfactory to all. Please share a little of your wisdom with us to help us do right by all concerned. Please protect us. Please protect all of our servicemen and women. Thank you for your heavenly blessing today. Amen. Pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, everyone. Happy New Year. I hope everyone had a safe and healthy holiday season. We have the approval of the minutes from our December 21st meeting. Is there any corrections or motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Good evening, Mayor Willie.
Yes, Mrs. Cook, we've got a few items to make you aware of. First of all, I want to wish everybody a great new year coming up. It's going to be a busy one, so be open-minded because a lot of things on the table right now and it's getting heavier all the time. First thing, Don and I are working on a schedule for the upcoming budget process where we'll begin with the individual departments. I've asked the couple of the department heads I've talked to make them just as complete as they can as far as the capital budget purchases for the next few years, because money is tightening up and we do have a growing list of capital needs, so we'll have to make some hard decisions there. Also have received tonight the final information I was asking for the dog park, and we'll get that together and have that ready for you at the next meeting. We've talked with Kim Wilson about our parking issue across the street. I can't believe anything that's sounds so simple can be so hard, but we haven't reached a conclusion yet on what we can offer her. But we'll keep working on it, and we will in a very short period of time. Also, the COVID-19 issues with our continuity of operations. That directive ran out this past Friday at midnight, and we're going to extend it through January 19th at midnight. So if you'll put that in your calendar. With that, I'm open to suggestions. Easy ones.
Does anyone have any questions for Mayor Willie?
Hey, Mayor, I was just curious. I was just curious if we got any update about the Main Street money that we had talked about at the last meeting, if there was any movement on that.
We have a phone call in to State Amy Seitz, who is the Main Street manager for the state of Maryland, and we're waiting now for her return phone call.
Thank you.
Any other questions for the mayor? Thank you. Mr. Richardson, good evening.
Good evening, President Cook, Council. A couple reminders for you this evening. Our Public Works crew will begin to pick up Christmas trees as they do annually. Those trees ultimately end up going to Tillman Island, across to Poplar Island to help with wildlife habitat. So put your Christmas trees out over the next few weeks so they can be collected and put to good reuse. We will continue to pick up leaves through the end of January. And last, we did onboard a new employee in our building and facilities department today. His name is Tim Tarrant. So welcome aboard, Mr. Tarrant. And then lastly, I just would like to wish everybody a Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Does anyone have any questions for Mr. Richardson? Thank you. Ms. Van Amberg.
I have two quick items. There was originally, we had discussed having a public hearing on the text amendment related to home improvement stores. It was going to be tonight, but it got moved until January 19th. So I just wanted to make sure everyone was aware of that. That is the Tuesday because of the Martin Luther King holiday on Monday. And then the second thing is the mayor has asked me to prepare the election timeline, so I hope to get that in your next packets, just to everyone to start looking forward to the upcoming election in the spring. And that's all.
All right.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. And along the lines of the text amendment, with that being at the public hearing next week, I know, I'm not sure if any of you have been contacted, but we've had some calls already about that. Seating is limited in the gallery, and MCTV, our meeting is streamed on Facebook. Any comment that's made publicly on Facebook will be shared with the council that week. We'll be leaving the public record open throughout that week, so those comments made online will be shared. So just to, if you feel more comfortable viewing from home, that's the page to be following. So,
Great.
great, thank you. Anyone have questions for Sharon? All right. Mr. Book?
Good evening, President Cook, council members, mayor. As a little background on why we do this, each year we come before the council to discuss rate increases for our cable programming. If you recall, several years ago, we came and got permission to do what's called a, can you hear with me with my mask on? Okay. Several years ago, we came and got permission from the council to do what's called a PCA, which is a programming cost adjustment, where we increase our rates only by the amount that our rates go up, that the programmers force us to change. We have contracts that usually come up for renewal on 3-year basis, and then they increase annually during the time of those contracts. And so instead of, we don't raise our rates for normal business. It's just a straight pass-through for the programming cost, of which the increases come to us, and then we just pass those costs on, but we're not asking for any kind of increase for normal operating expenses. This year's PCA it's a retrans year, so what that means is retransmission consent. So our off-air channels, the Fox, ABC, NBC, CBS's were up for renewal this year. And it's interesting because you can get those free with a digital antenna. If you put the antenna up at your own house, you can pull those channels off for free, whatever you can get over the air that you can get at your house. You may be able to get the ones that we provide, or you may be able to get a portion of them, or you might even be able to get other ones. But the ones that we provide, we have to provide the channels out of Baltimore. Baltimore's our DMA. That's where we're required to carry those channels. And then we do carry some channels out of DC and Salisbury, but we have to carry the ones in Baltimore. If we don't carry the ones in Baltimore, then we can't carry any of those large channels. So the Fox, ABC, NBC, Fox, CBS channels were up for renewal this year. That's really what drove the increases this year. And you guys got the packet I sent, I think, last week through Kathy that has the detailed breakdown. But what's happening is the basic tier is going up $3.90, and since basic is all subscribers, that flows down to each tier, so that really just drives the cost all the way down. So the basic tier is increasing by $3.90. Tier 1 is increasing by $4. Tier 2 is increasing by $6, and Tier 3 is increasing by $6.55. So that's the details. Do you guys have any questions on that, or any more description or any more details?
Mr. Book, I don't know if you could share it with us or not, but how does that compare to other cable companies in the area?
Well, that's a great question. I did some research, and in Dorchester, Comcast raised their basic, or what they do is instead of increasing their fees, they tackle on additional fees for like broadcast basic service, or they have like a sports tier. They have several other types of fees that they put on top. We don't do that. Our fees go into whatever they are, and that becomes the cost of the tier. So if we tell a customer your Tier 1 is 37, or basic is $37.25, that's the full amount. There's no other additional fees other than a county franchise fee that's paid to the county for those customers that are in the county. But we don't tackle on additional fees. So to answer your question, in Dorchester, the Xfinity raised their basic rate, or their broadcast basic fee that goes on top of it, by $4.10, which is actually 20 cents more than our basic is going up. So it's right in line with what Comcast is doing in Dorchester County.
Ted,
Yes.
on the impact of programming cost adjustment on rates, You have pricing 2019, pricing 2020. Should that be pricing 2021?
Yes, it should.
Okay.
It's a typo. I apologize.
No, that's not a
I
problem.
think I went through this document twice too, and I must have missed that. I apologize.
No, I just want to make sure we're doing that.
It's all for 2021.
Okay.
Yes.
Any other questions for Mr. Book? All right, thank you very much.
Thank you. I appreciate you allowing me to come and share this with you.
Anytime.
Appreciate it.
Hey, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. All right, we have a continuation of the public hearing for Resolution 6128, which is the resolution on the employee handbook. Oh,
So after your last council meeting, we did make the adjustments in the resolution. You have a draft for you, which includes all of those edits and revisions. That was sent out to all of our department heads with a response deadline of January 1st. We did receive comments, an alternative plan from the Easton Police Department, which is currently under review. And that was the only written comment we received. We did have one employee stop into the office and voice some other concerns relative to vacation time off. But that was the comments received internally. You may have received others, and I know the plan for this evening is to continue the discussion, so I'll let that happen.
yes, I still am receiving phone calls. In fact, I spoke to someone this afternoon. I met with some employees last week. So comments are still coming in, and I know we've received a few emails still. So it's a working document, but it is still a continuation of the public hearing. If anyone has any comments they want to make, please come to the podium and state your name and address. All right, we'll keep the public hearing open until at least our next meeting, and we'll keep on working. But please, I encourage everyone to let the council know your comments or thoughts on the new on the changes from the resolution from last meeting.
I have a comment, but it has nothing to do with the resolution. Should I hold my comment till later?
Can you wait 10 seconds and I'll.
That's fine.
This is a council meeting, and if anyone has anything else to bring before the council, you're welcome to come up.
Good evening and Happy New Year to the council and mayor. My name is Talbot Bone, and I'm here as the chairman of the Planning and Zoning Commission. And I'm here mainly to correct what I think was a misunderstanding on a letter that we sent to you. I watched your December 7th meeting on video. I wasn't here at the time when it was regarding the planning and zoning action on the dog park. The Planning and Zoning Commission was asked if a dog park at that area, Brewers Lane, was consistent with the comprehensive plan. That was the only question that we were asked. And our answer was by a 3-2 that yes, it would be consistent with the comprehensive plan. At no time were we asked, nor did we vote on whether or not that was the right place for a dog park. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody understood that and that you didn't think that we approved the dog park at the Brewers Lane. Okay? Thank you very much.
Items by member of the council, Mr. Silverstein.
Well, first of all, I want to compliment all of the staff of town of Easton for making the town look so good during the Christmas season. Also Easton Utilities. I've heard many compliments from people about the decorations and the work that was done to keep us safe and make it a good holiday season. So once again, I want to thank everybody for their efforts.
I just want to thank all the employees of the town who have come to us on the council and made comments over the last couple of weeks, actually over the last several months. with concerns that they have. I hope that that dialogue continues even after after this plan has been dealt with, that you guys know that you can come to the members of the council if you have some issues. So, thank you.
I want to wish everyone a happy new year. And like Don, I want to thank everyone for communicating with us regarding the this resolution. It's a lot to it. We hear you, and we just want to thank you just for your input. Also, this is going to be a trying year, and want to make sure that we're safe, and coronavirus is real, and want everybody to live to see another day, and I think that's very important. Finally, I want to say this, that at Ward 4, I'm committed to enhancing the quality of life of all the persons that I come in contact with, and I think that the whole council is committed to enhancing the quality of life of all the employees and the residents within the town of Easton. So I believe our commitment level has gone up another step for this new year, and I am supportive of all the employees, and I understand that even on the other side, there's policies, and then there's situations that we have to deal with that is for the betterment of the town of Easton. You work with us, and we'll definitely work with you.
All right. Happy New Year, everyone. I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Have a good evening.